Well, it's true. Most of me has grown tired of Cebu. I'm over it. It was fun while it lasted. If I had more free cash flow, this would probably be a cool place. But when you're strapped in due to your just basic living expenses, your rent, electric, and water, it's hard to get excited about living here, and it's also hard to have any fun. My rent is 20,000 pesos a month, and this month my water and electric was over 6,000 pesos. It's just too much. It's crazy. So the alternative is I'm gonna go visit Johnny and Gib, Johnny Warrior. Y'all know Johnny Warrior, The Adventures of Johnny Warrior, Expat TV. I'm gonna go visit them in Solano at the end of the month, and provided that I can find the adequate things that I need, such as medical care, which is not much, some decent internet service would be nice, and a cheap place to live. Now, these guys have told me that you can find apartments to rent up there. I don't know if they're one bedroom or studios, it doesn't matter. I live in a studio now, for around 5,000 pesos a month. That's a 15,000 peso difference, 75% savings. It's 300 American dollars that I will be saving each month. I would like to come back to Cebu eventually, because I do like the city. I like the atmosphere, I like the people. I just don't like not being able to enjoy it. And I met a really awesome girl here too, so that's gonna be kind of weird, just up and leaving, but it is what it is. My goal when I came here was to travel this country, take pictures and video. Unfortunately, because I locked myself into such a stupid financial decision, that has not been able to happen. Now, the only problem is I have to be able to get out of my lease. And I've been assured that there are ways to do that, so we're gonna see. And hopefully everything works out right. But step one is going to Solano. Johnny and Gibbs seem to like it up there very much, and I trust those guys a lot, value their opinion, so I'm sure what they're saying is true. But yeah, guys, this is probably the beginning of the end of my Cebu life, at least temporarily. I would love to have, I would love to come back at some point and live here again when my business is off the ground and I have plenty of free cash flow that I can enjoy the city more, and I can travel more. And that's what the hopes of going to Solano would be, is that with all the freed up cash flow, because you're not just talking about rent, you're talking about food as well, and utilities. Utilities are much cheaper. It's my understanding that it's a little bit cooler up there, so air conditioning is needed even less than it is here. The food cost, I think, is like 30% roughly of what it is here, 30 to 40%. So you're talking about a lot of savings each month. And with that money, number one, I can travel and do what I want to do. Number two, I can upgrade my equipment, which badly needs an upgrade. So that's where I'm at, guys. That's my thoughts on the situation. Cebu is like the only place I know in the Philippines, because both times I've been here, this is where I've landed. And like I said, I would hope to come back one day. But first, I have to put myself in a position to be successful. And that comes before everything else. I guess the real question I'm asking myself is the long-term benefits of going up there, which is saving cash and obviously spending time with good people, but saving cash and being able to hold on to that long enough to invest it into startup costs for a business. Because the deal is here, eventually I'll make it. There are enough resources here, there are enough people here. Eventually I'll put the right ad out and somebody will come running to it. They'll tell their friends will tell their friends, etc. In Solano, now I'm estimating because I haven't been there yet, but I'm sure it's a much smaller city with far less opportunity for immediate and substantial growth. So, do I go to Solano for maybe 6 months to a year and save money, buy some equipment that I need, and then come back here and get a much better priced apartment and not drown myself financially in the beginning? That's kind of what I'm thinking the best option is at this point, because there's no way I'm going to be able to penny dig my way out of this hole that I'm in right now. And when I say penny dig, I mean I can't invest. I don't have the money right now to invest substantial amounts into a business. And a couple hundred pesos here and there is not going to get the job done. So, lots of decisions to make. I'm excited to go to Solano and see what happens. To move or not to move? That is the question. You see, I was thinking, I'll never be able to save enough money here in Cebu to advertise enough to be able to get my business off the ground. And I'll never have enough time either, because everywhere I go I have to walk. I don't have to walk, but I choose to walk. It makes more financial sense. So instead of doing the things that I want to do, like teach some classes online and get this YouTube thing popping, I find myself just trying to get this YouTube thing popping, and it consumes virtually my entire day. So it's not looking good for Cebu. The flip side is you go to Solano and pretty much I feel like I'm just going to be saving money, which is okay. But making money has got to be difficult, because just the simple ratio of people. There's 3.5 million people in Cebu. There's not anything close to that in Solano. So where is the clientele going to come from? Are we going to be able to build something? Or are we just going to be able to build our skill set in preparation for what we do next? My hope would be that I was able to come back to Cebu in 6 months to a year, maybe a little longer, and start a business here and get it up and running and live a high quality of life. Shouldn't be hard to do. That's what I came to the Philippines for, to live a higher quality of life. With the amount of income I had, I have failed to do that thus far. I will not fail.